Well, putting out this video right now because Hurricane Milton is on its way and it's casting a very wide swath, or whatever the word is. It's a wide net of what it's going to do, and we are pretty far inland. We are near Tampa. Tampa's the nearest big city for us, but we are not in an evacuation zone. And, the area we live in used to be a lot of farmland. It's a new development, so there's not a lot of trees. And we do have a block-on-block construction home. So we are going to ride out the storm here. The highways and everything going in and out of Florida, 75. I was hearing 7 hours ago, the freeways were just backed up, and everybody's pretty much said the area that we live in, it's best to probably stay put, allow for the people that really have to evacuate, allow for them to get to, a lot of them I hear are coming to the area where I'm at. But the hotels will be full. You could potentially be trapped in your car, which I don't think is a great option. I heard many people say that the worst thing they did was evacuate because they were stuck in their cars for 7 or 8 hours. There was no gas to be had. If you're in your car, there's no, you only have what food and things that you can bring with you. So you're very limited. So it's Tuesday. We are going to hunker down and ride out the storm. I may try and go live for a little bit just to let everybody know I'm okay. Our family's okay. But we are going to hunker down, and that's just what we're going to have to do. And so hopefully everything works out. Now this storm has changed plans that I had. Very important, cool thing that I was about to do. And I've announced on this channel that I was going to tape the X5 podcast this week. I was set to fly out Friday and go up to fly to Birmingham, and then go do the X5 podcast and then fly back. But, after speaking with the producer of the show and telling him, he wasn't aware that the hurricane was hitting Wednesday. And he thought it was hitting after that. And I said, no, the hurricane is hitting Wednesday. And he said, I'm glad you called me because I want to make sure that, that this, I said, obviously I was hoping that, this would not impact the area that greatly and I could still get to the airport on Friday and fly out. But with what's going on, and he put in a call to Delta. And basically the people at Delta, and they have a lot of connections there because they fly a lot of people in for podcasts, and they've got, a good relationship with their people at Delta. And the people at Delta said, if you've got somebody trying to get out of there, a few days after the storm, they're already talking about grounding everything. So, air flight is going to be grounded, and even if the airport is okay and undamaged, it could be a major problem trying to get out of there, and even just driving to the airport. Say the storm hits Wednesday, and it's mild damage, but tons of rain. there's certain roads that I drive on here, and they'll say it's a flood zone. There's certain areas that you drive through, and certain towns. And there's one town, I think it's called Land of Lakes. And you drive through there, like, yeah, it's land of lakes in your front yard. It's land of lakes in the road. It's water everywhere because it's like low-lying land. And when that water piles up, man, it can make those roads unnavigable. And one of those roads I took the other day and saw that, it can take me to the airport. And once again, I'm still a newbie here. And yeah, I use my map, app on my phone, and I can navigate around. But, I like staying on, back roads. I'm until I get used to the freeway system here and the way people drive. I like traveling on nice chill back roads, and I don't mind driving 10 minutes longer or 20 minutes longer if I have a nice chill ride to get to somewhere. But I was noticing that I could take that way to the airport and not have to deal with the freeway and all that kind of stuff. But man, it just looks like this storm is going to be really bad. And so we made the decision last night to basically cancel my flight Friday and move it to the weekend of October 26th. It's a couple days before my daughter's birthday on the 28th. But man, so I was kind of bummed about that. But man, they were super cool and willing to, they understand. And X5 was like, man, if you need anything, just let us know. We're here for you. And man, those guys said, look, I am just so thankful for the opportunity to get to go do something. I mean, they just had Dee Snider for Christ's sakes. So I know that it's a huge opportunity. And man, I am just so super thankful to those guys for, considering putting me on their channel. I mean, I was just a guy, broadcasting from my my parents' little vacation place in Florida in the backyard with the palm trees and the lizards crawling around everywhere. And X5 just said, hey man, and hey, we want to have you come on our podcast. And I'm like, this is just incredible. It's another rocky story of my career. I've had so many stories that it's just like, you're sitting around living in squalor, and then all of a sudden you get the opportunity of a lifetime to rise up and be somebody for 15 minutes. And man, it's just an incredible opportunity. I'm so thankful to them. I'm thankful that they, were able to say, okay, well, what about the weekend of the 26th? So that's the plan now. I'm not going to X5 podcast this week. I'm sure they're going to scramble and put together a great show. They don't even need, the reality is they've all got so many stories and can all sit around and do an amazing podcast without even a guest, because those guys have such, rich stories and interesting life. And I urge everybody to subscribe to X5 podcast. But yeah, that's what's going on. We're going to ride out the storm. We're far enough inland. We're not in evacuation zone. Now, I know we're going to get deluged with heavy winds, and there could be some damage. And, we've got enough food, but, we don't have a generator right now, so we may be without power. That could be a possibility. I'm going to keep the channel going. But that could limit the production of videos. I'm going to try to get as many videos edited and produced today as possible, so that if I am out of power for the next, who knows how long. I mean, maybe we won't lose power. Maybe we will. The thing is with these storms, you just don't really know. They can sit there on the news and say this, but everything tends to, change at the last minute. So I'm going to try to keep, the channel going. I'll try to keep the Breakfast Club going every morning at 8 a.m. But there could be some challenges to that. And if I can't use my computer, I don't do editing on my phone. I don't have a CapCut or whatever. So, there could be a possibility I post unedited videos, or maybe I'll go live. We'll just have to see what's going on. But in the meanwhile, I want to thank everybody for tuning into this channel. Please, send some prayers up for us as we hunker down for Milton. And we prepared as best we can, but we don't have a generator, and we could definitely, do more preparation, but it is what it is. We're going to make the best of the situation, and we feel that the construction of our home should be solid enough, block on block construction, that we should be okay. There's not a lot of large trees that can fall on us. So, we're just hoping for the best, just like a lot of people out there. And man, thank you everybody for the support. We'll try to keep the channel going. We'll try to keep the good vibes and prayers up for everyone. And thank you so much for tuning in.